The peace talks and the ceasefire in general has been fragile since it was reached on April 8th. But the hostilities, or bringing back those hostilities in the region, really puts it at the line. And again, this follows some hostilities that we saw last week where Kuwait in the GCC was attacked we saw attacks against its main airport that saw significant infrastructure damage. But now the return to hostilities between Israel and Iran and Lebanon, Hezbollah in Lebanon, really puts things into questions, right? I mean, the latest that we saw, I'm just seeing these headlines come across the terminal, and it is the fact that IDF has struck several targets in Mashahar petrochemical complex, leading Iranian authorities to evacuate all personnel. So we're seeing the caliber of attacks return to what it started with at the initiation of this war. And bear in mind, we have marked the 100 days since the start of the U.S.-Israeli war against Iran. And so President Trump maintains that the ceasefire negotiations are still underway. He maintains that they are still about to happen. Last week, he was saying that we could see the talks resume by this weekend. Now, we haven't seen that. Iranian counterparts have said that the talks have stalled, and the return to hostilities yet again this morning and into Sunday yesterday don't paint a very positive picture, just like oil markets are reflecting this morning, Lizzie.
Well, exactly. President Trump saying, Abeer, that he calls the shots. This is in a Financial Times interview. How is this latest attack going to affect his relationship with Netanyahu?
Yeah, look, I mean, the relationship reportedly has been in tatters over the past few weeks or so, right? It was reported by multiple outlets, including Axios. But also, I mean, President Trump said he got into a call with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, to say that he should not retaliate by hitting Lebanon or Iran. And what we see happen a few hours later is an Israeli attack, not only against Hezbollah in Lebanon, that's already been ongoing, but against Iran itself, against some Western cities in Iran, including Isfahan, for example, we reported earlier this morning. So the relationship has already been in tatters. A lot of people in Israel are saying that Netanyahu is listening to Trump way too much. You've got Iran hawks or some Israel opposers in the United States saying that President Trump is listening to Benjamin Netanyahu too much and that he's calling the shots. But what we're seeing is definitely two leaders that are not on the same page, especially after those hostilities that we've seen into the early hours of the morning, and what they would mean, Lizzie, for the broader negotiations and certainly the broader region if those attacks were to continue. That is something we'll be keeping an eye on.